Hello and welcome to Near Plays Animorphs Shattered Reality. If you watch my other Let's Plays or you follow this channel, then you probably noticed that the games I've played tend to be, at least up to this point, tend to be games that were ones I grew up with or that I'm nostalgic for. That's not the case here. I've never actually played this game before. But I did read the books. That is the Animorphs books. You saw the Scholastic logo there. I read these growing up. I didn't complete the series when it ended, but I did end up going back and reading the end of the books, like in high school or something.
I am an elemist. Since the dawn of time, I have observed every detail of the universe. My interests have taken me far and wide, studying beings on worlds throughout the cosmos. Recently, my attention has been drawn to a conflict on a small blue world known as Earth. Ruthless aliens called the Yeerk have begun an invisible invasion, taking control of human minds, turning them into helpless slaves. But now, everything has changed. The Yeerk leader, Visser III, gained control of a weapon powered by a continuum crystal. But the weapon was more powerful than expected. The crystal exploded. It shattered reality itself. Only one thing stands between the Yeerk and ultimate victory. Young heroes called the Animorphs.
Okay, so that did a pretty good job of not only setting up the premise of Animorphs, but also the premise of this game. So we're going to go ahead and start a new game here, and do not disturb, accessing memory card. And I haven't played this game, but I did do a little bit of research just so I would know like how to frame the Let's Play and such, and how to like break things up. And we've got some different levels here, and then I think we should get the chance to play all four of these characters. These are the four options we have. We can't play as Axe or Tobias, but we've got Jake, who's the leader, Rachel, who's his cousin and is kind of the badass chick, and Cassie, who's Jake's love interest and kind of the hippie, and Marco, who's Jake's best friend and is the comic relief. Let's go ahead and start with Marco and work. We'll just start at the bottom and work our way up each level as we go ahead and go into the entrance, which is our first level here. I'm not sure exactly how many levels this game has. I should look into that before the next episode, but I know this is the first one here. There are voiceovers in this game, you'll notice. We heard Marco talk a little bit there. I don't know how well you guys will be able to hear it, since I'll be editing stuff out. I already took a little bit of damage because I walked right into that red light there, but yeah, so right away you can kind of see the main problem with this game, and that's that it is it's a platformer, which, I don't know, does not scream Animorphs to me. And there's another problem with the game I'm aware of that. It looks like we're seeing it right here, which is you can only transform into the animals at certain points in the level, whenever there's enemies. And that's, I don't know, I don't like that. I feel like that's kind of a wasted opportunity as far as like gameplay goes, where we have like one morph, which is different for each character, and it's the morphs we saw in the opening video, and then we've got that, and then I think there are a couple levels where you have like a level specific morph. Like, I'm pretty sure the level after this we'll be playing as a dolphin, regardless of who we choose as our character. Yeah, Yeah, and that's kind of a problem. Like, well, first of all, nothing about this that I'm looking at right here says Animorphs to me, and that's something that I'm just gonna have to get over like right away, because that's, to my knowledge, that's the whole game, is like not Animorphs. But and I don't know, I don't like that we don't have an attack, or that we don't, like, we just have little segments where we're doing combat, and that's it. Like, other than that, we are not, we don't have to worry about enemies unless we're forcibly turned into our battle animal, which is kind of boring. Like, the entire game, Marco's dancing there, the entire game is jumping, and I don't mind jumping. A lot of games I like involve jumping, but at the same time, let's see, I hope that's where I'm supposed to jump off. It looked like it kept going, but, whoa, right into the spikes. But yeah, like, I don't know, how much jumping can you really do in a game before you get tired of it? When you don't have, you just have little breaks from the jumping for enemies. But we'll make the best of it. I think, like, so far the level design and all seems pretty cool. Here we've got another thing, and I don't even know what we're fighting here. Like, I don't recognize those aliens. Like I said, I read the books. I know most of the aliens that the Yeerks use for combat. All of the aliens, by the way, are under control the way the humans were in the opening narration. Whoa, I wasn't sure where I was falling there for a second. I'm glad I happened to land on the platform. I wasn't hitting the coins, so I guess it was a good chance I could have missed it. But it looks like, yeah, we're through the first part of this level. I don't know exactly how many, like, segments there are, how many breaks there are like this, but I think there's a few, like probably 4 or 5, I would guess. We'll see exactly. It looks like we've got another combat break here where we get a fight, but the I don't know, the battles aren't exactly thrilling either. Like, look at that. I mean, I know this is the first level, but come on. I do notice there's a timer in the corner when we're transformed, and I guess we can only stay transformed for a little while, which makes sense. There was a time limit in the books too, though it was a lot longer than like 2 minutes or whatever it was there. It was like, was it 2 hours? I can't actually remember. I apologize for that. I don't recall how long they could stay transformed, and then if they stayed transformed beyond that point, then they'd be stuck in that form. That's what happened to Tobias, who was the hawk we saw in the opening video that let out the heroic cry, and then was there with Axe, who was the other alien, the Andalite, the blue centaur guy, and the human characters, who sadly are the only ones we'll get to play as here. Okay, looks like we've got some kind of extending platform here, so I'll just kind of grab onto this. Those monsters swimming in the ocean are kind of freaking me out, but I think they're just, I think they're there for, like, scenery. I don't think we have to worry about them jumping out and attacking us. They just kind of look like something that would jump out and attack us. But so far, they've done nothing but swim around, so I don't think we have to worry about them. And actually, I should say, I know we don't have to worry about them, because we don't have to worry about anything in this except falling. Which so far we've managed to avoid, but okay, well this is kind of interesting. We got these, yeah, I just missed that. Okay, we'll do better with that. Thankfully, the checkpoint was right there, so we don't have to go too far back, but, okay. So we've got this, like, gear set up here to try and get higher, and I actually kind of like this. And I think I'm probably gonna like a lot of the level design here, for, like, if I just forgive that it's in an Animorphs game where it doesn't really make sense for it to be there, because, like, I don't remember anything like this in the Animorphs, and on top of that, why is he doing all this as a human? And that's kind of my biggest thing, as, like, an Animorphs nerd, which I'm not really anymore, but I definitely was at the time this game came out, and if I had played it at the time, it would have been as a nerd, for the books, because, like, why else would you buy a game called Animorphs Shattered Reality unless you like Animorphs? So, okay, we got through the second segment here. So yeah, why wouldn't he just fly up there? Or, like, you could turn into any number of birds or flying insects or what have you. Why is he running around in human form through all this dangerous stuff? It doesn't make sense. Because the only way it makes sense is with the weird mechanics that are forced upon the characters, and because of the nature of the game. And that's kind of a problem for me, and I think especially as a kid, that would have been something that would have just made it impossible for me to enjoy this game. Knowing that, like, there's all these, like, instead of creating an Animorphs game, they just created a platformer game where you occasionally are a rhino or a bear or something. And that's another thing, though. Why is Marco's battle animal a rhino? Like, I don't know. He had a rhino morph, but it wasn't like his default battle morph. It was his morph was more the these are gonna fall from under me. I can just tell. It was a gorilla that he always turned into for battles. And then when you had a rhino, it was usually Rachel, I think. Though I think, I don't know. Like I said, I think several of them had rhinos in their like collection, because the way it worked, and the video didn't really explain it, but the way it worked is that they could touch an animal, and the animal would enter like a trance, and they would absorb its DNA, and then by thinking about the animal, they would turn into it. So, unlike in this game, they could just turn into it whenever they wanted, provided they weren't being, like, I guess, being too distracted or something. There were any number of reasons why they would not be able to, or just being around people, since, you know, they had secret identities, at least for the first, like, 4/5 of the series. So, yeah, so it doesn't make sense that he would ride these platforms around when he could just turn into an animal to fly through all of this. I'm not going to harp on that the whole game, I promise. It's just like a really big problem that they just kind of created for themselves because they were making this type of game instead of an Animorphs game. So, yeah, I'm going to shut up about that now, because we are in some kind of, like, volcano area. Oh, I did not notice where I was landing. We've got, like, a lot of lives there. If that number in the top of the screen is our lives, we've got 11 of them. Because we haven't really been dying, and we've been picking up lots of coins and glowing things and stuff, and I don't know what everything represents. I know the plus signs are health. That's pretty self-evident, and I think that was a life I just picked up there, and then dropped it. So let's see, there's another thing over there on to the right that might be a life, so let me go ahead and... Why am I having so much trouble with this? It doesn't seem like particularly difficult. Like, they aren't going down into the water, so I don't even have to time it all that much. I just have to, like, land on it. I guess I need to pay attention to my shadow, I guess. But there, I picked up another one. So we're back to 11, which is fine. Not taking too many losses here with the lives. And to be honest, the volcano blocked my view. I couldn't see. Okay, I'm not going around that way again because, like I said, the volcano blocked my view. But hopefully we can... Man, I don't know why. I've been doing so well. I hadn't even thought about it. I guess because I had been kind of on autopilot, I was doing better. Now I'm overthinking it. Let's see. We'll get through this, though. We can do it together, you and me. We'll jump across these pillars that are... Why do these pillars even exist? Like, what are they doing? They're just going up and down there. And okay, here's an alien I recognize. Haven't recognized any of them before, but that's a Orkbajir. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I don't remember the series all that well, so most of my pronunciation is how I remember pronouncing them in when I read the books as a kid. So in that regard, I probably am not pronouncing it right. But we just barely managed to beat him. I probably need to stick and move a little bit more, since there's no real, to my knowledge, no way to block or anything when you're an animal. At least I didn't get the impression that I could block, but let's see, is that the end of the level? It felt kind of like a boss, but no, we're still here. Okay, so let's see, the coin's over this way, so I guess I'll come over here. Okay, there's an alien. And it looks like we healed, though, which is nice, I guess. But I'm pretty sure we'll be transported back to that map we saw earlier when it comes time to go to the next level. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. But I do want to run back this way and just see. It looked like we could go two ways, so I just want to see if there's anything hidden over here. No. Okay, there's not. There's an invisible wall. It's worth checking. You know, not every... So far, everything's been pretty much right in our path, so it hasn't been a big deal. But at the same time, I assume that any game developer is gonna try and put in some things that you have to look for a little bit. Like, you shouldn't be able to just play the entire game on autopilot, even for a kid's game like this. But we'll we'll see if they actually do have anything hidden around here. So far, it's been pretty straightforward. I think I saw one thing that I had to have jumped when we were in like the first area to get that I missed. That was like another life or something like that. But boy, these aliens are kicking my butt, whatever they are. Managed to get through them, and thankfully there's health up here if I can get through this guy. There we go. Okay. Man, there's a lot of them here. I guess this is making up for how little enemies we've seen up to this point. We got a whole string of them right there. Managed to get through them okay, and pick up some health there and some more coins. I don't know how many coins constitute a life, but I'm guessing 100. Given how many there are, it just seems natural that it'd be 100. So, oh, how did I not land on that? I thought I was going to. I really miscalculated something there, but I guess I should have just waited. It goes pretty far over to us, but maybe I should try walking instead of jumping. I think they get close enough that I can walk. I just get nervous walking between platforms because I've played games in the past where it looks like you should be able to walk from one platform to another, but in reality, in reality, there's like enough of a gap that you can fall through them. But losing a lot of lives here in this section. But I think we can get this. I just need to like get a hold of myself here. There we go. Okay, and then once it gets here, I can. Okay, now I can jump here and just kind of take a breather for a second while I wait for this platform. Oh wow, what? Okay, well, now we're back here. We'll get this. Don't worry. Thankfully, losing a life doesn't put us too far back here. Though I imagine if we get pretty far and then lose a life, I may end up having to cut something because we'll probably have a lot of catching up to do. I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention how frequent those checkpoints are, which I think are the squares. Like we see a cube right there, and I think that's a checkpoint right here. So if we die, we should come back here. I'm not gonna like do anything to test that, though I might not have to. Oh, see, look, that tricked me. But okay. So yeah, all right, we start back here, just like I thought. And I can walk to this one, but I need to be a little bit more careful with this one. What? I need to start watching the shadow again, I guess, because I'm totally just missing something here. I almost fell again there. Okay. All right. I see. Like I thought I was gonna miss it that time, but I didn't. All right. I like these green platforms because we can just stand on them for a little bit and catch our breath. But I missed that jump there. Let's see. We're back. We're back here. Okay. Why am I missing all of these? I'm starting to get embarrassed here. I've only got 3 lives left. We'll get through this. Hold on. I'm really close to picking up another life here, so hopefully that'll balance out a little bit. I just need to get a hold of myself. Yeah, just 5 more coins and we'll have another life here, so I think we're going to be okay, but I need to stop making these stupid mistakes. Yeah, okay, well, we're doing a lot better here now. Most of these platforms, we can just walk from one to the other. I'm just not doing it because I'm afraid they won't be close enough, you know? But we set back to 100. So I got another life, and we're fighting another Horpiju here, so hopefully we should be fine. I need to try and not take too much damage here. But there he goes, okay. Once again, just barely managed to defeat him. If there had been like another enemy at all, we probably would have lost another life there. But we got a checkpoint, so we're okay. We don't have to fight him again or anything. Let's see, what is this? Oh man. I can't even tell if this connects there, so let me just, whoa, I'm assuming those black things are holes, and I do not want to fall into a hole. I'm just gonna try and, avoid them. This is actually pretty fun, though. I like the levels here a lot. I should say that. I actually do really enjoy the level design, and the graphics are not bad, for the time period. Yeah, okay, I fell through that. They're not bad graphics at all. I just, I don't know, I would like this a lot better if it wasn't an Animorphs game, and that's kind of a really unfortunate thing to be saying about a licensed game, since the name recognition is the main selling point of the game, you know? I'm missing a lot of these coins here, which is unfortunate. I would really like to pick up more of them, have these lives, especially if it carries over into the next level. Why? I jumped in the wrong direction. What was I doing? 2 lives left, but we're about to pick up another life here, I think. So, it's okay, it's okay. We're doing fine here. I don't think we're in danger of having to start over or anything. I imagine at some point we're going to be seeing the game over screen, but I don't think it'll be in this episode. And at least I'm being optimistic and hoping that it won't be in this episode. Why can't I do this? Okay. Just really freaking out here with this. It's driving me crazy, but it's fun. I like this level a lot. Just need to be a bit more careful with these. I think it's the change in direction when we get to this next one is throwing me off. But there we go, we got through it. And look, there was some kind of crystal or something there. Now we're saving. Okay, so I guess that's what we're going for, is the crystals. I don't even remember that much from the beginning, but yeah, there we go. So now we can go to the sea, which is what we'll be doing next time. That's plenty for now. We've kind of broken in the game, and we'll pick back up here at the sea, and we'll move on to playing as Cassie and swim around there. So join me next week, and I'll see you then. Bye.